Hey guys, it's Arpana. And well, it's summer, so I thought of making a floral shirt. For this you'll need a cotton cloth with a floral print. Well, cotton is the best material to wear in summer, so it's best if you use it. And in this video, I'm going to show you two ways to make the buttonholes. One is with the sewing machine and one is without a sewing machine. And two ways to stitch the button plackets. One for the beginners and the second one is how it is actually stitched. So hope you guys like it, and now you guys can follow me on Instagram and share your DIYs with me, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
On a paper, place half part of your shirt and then trace it along the edges as shown, leaving 1 to 2 cm for seam allowance. And then for the collar part, mark as shown. After the marking is done, remove the shirt and join the two edges. Using this paper as reference, you have to cut 2 pieces of cloth for the front part. For the back part, place the shirt on a paper and smoothen out any creases and then mark it. Marking at the side, leave 1 to 2 cm more apart from the seam allowance so that you can get some nice frills at the top part. Fold it at the sleeve hole part and then mark again. Now taking another paper, place the shirt on it. And then for the yoke, mark the part which was left out while marking for the back. Mark the back part of the collar as shown. Here you can see using the reference paper I have cut out the back part and also the yoke. Place the yoke above the back part. You can see the back part is wider than the yoke, so you can make some frills at the center and pin it. After making the frills, make sure that the back part and the yoke are same in width and then stitch them together. Here you can see I have cut out 2 parts for the front using the reference paper. Now place the side having the sleeve hole alongside the side of the back part and pin it together and stitch it. Now after stitching the side part, we have to stitch the top part. So fold the top inside out and then pin the edges as shown and stitch them. You can see I've stitched the top part and this is how it will look. Now trace the collar part on a paper and cut 2 pieces of cloth from the paper using it as a reference. Here you can see I have cut out 2 pieces of cloth and also stitched them together, and I have left one part so that I can stitch it to the shirt. For the button placket, measure the front part of the shirt where it is to be stitched and mark it on a plain piece of cloth. Mark a width of 2 to 3 inches depending upon your requirement and then cut it out. This is how the button placket will look like. I have folded it into half and ironed it so that it holds its place. Now you can mark the place where you want the buttons and buttonholes to be. Now to make the buttonhole using a sewing machine, you have to use this buttonhole foot, and then taking the button which you are going to use for the shirt, place it over here like this and then fix it to the machine. And then place the cloth underneath the buttonhole foot, and then according to the adjustments of your machine, you can stitch it. This is how it will look like once finished. And at last, using a seam ripper or scissors, you have to cut a slit at the center. And if you don't have a sewing machine, this is how you can make a buttonhole. First mark the length you want using the button. Then using a seam ripper or a scissors, cut a slit along the length you marked. And then fold the cloth into half and hold the slit part near the flame for about 2 seconds. Now the first method to stitch button plackets. This method is easy for the beginners, but this is not exactly how they are stitched. Here, place the button placket on the shirt as shown and pin it together and then stitch. And now the second method. One of the previous steps you must have remembered we had folded the button placket into half. Here, open it and pin it alongside the shirt and stitch it. Once the first part is stitched, fold the second part over the first part and then pin it and stitch it. This part is a bit tricky, but if you see it a few times, you will get it. Now for the collar, we have to do it same as the second method we did for the button placket. That is, first pin only one part of the collar and then stitch it along. And then fold the second part inside out on top of the first part and pin it and stitch it. Last, make piping for the sleeves part and the bottom part.